Easy go.
What is going on, University YouTube? My name is H1Z1, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys a video, and today this video is going to be everything that Fortnite needs to change to become a perfect game. Now I have a lot of facts that I'm going to be bringing up with you guys today, and I'm going to say that they are not biased. I try to include, all of the aspects of every gamer. That's Otis right there. He's sleeping. It's getting kind of late, and I got some gameplay for you guys while I talk, and I'm going to be trying to make it uncut, just kind of natural flow. And before we get into it, also leave a like if you enjoy it, and if you are new, subscribe. But without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, to start off with, H1Z1 coming to console soon. If you guys don't know, you guys will see it on your screen right now. I'm going to read it out to you, just the key points. It says, big news to you today, H1Z1 is coming to PS4 as a free-to-play game next month. It is a battle royale game for fans and actions console shooters. Battle royale should be about an adrenaline rush you get from being the last few remaining, so you've drilled down to the core, blah 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 blah. It's pure battle royale. Anything else here important? The beta comes on May 22nd. So what does this have to do with Fortnite? You guys are probably wondering, oh, H1Z1 doesn't really matter. Well, we haven't really had much competition for PlayStation. Now, I'm a PlayStation player, obviously. Xbox has PUBG and PC has everything, but the thing is, with Fortnite, it says once it has competition, it's going to be obviously more pressure to do better, and the more they screw up, then the more people that are going to jump off the Fortnite train and go on to H1Z1. Sorry about that. And anyways, we're going to be talking about how they the changes that they need to make if they don't want to, lose that big fellowship members and stuff like that. So I have a list on my phone. These are kind of in no particular order. But to start off with, we are going to talk about, what do I want to say first? Okay, let's start with something simple. Special game modes weekly. Now, this is an advantage simply just because you don't have to wait for your favorite game mode to come out every 3 months. For example, I'm a big sniper shootout fan, but I've only got to play it twice, and obviously it stays for a long time. But I think it'd just be great if every week we got a new one. And I'm not saying it has to be a new game mode. I'm just saying maybe it has a cycle, so something like that could be fun. Because I know many people like certain game modes, for example, I'm sure a lot of you guys out there like Blitz, but I'm not personally a fan of Blitz. Not my style. But yeah, so just something simple like that. They just add that in. That'd be nice. So next we have monthly weapons instead of weapons every 2 weeks. Now this is a very interesting subject, as you guys know, because pretty much we've been having this system where weapons come out every 2 weeks, and this is kind of crazy. It's just too fast. I think for this game, I think they're doing great where they are, so I feel like they're pressured. They don't want to lose clientele, but they're kind of tricking themselves at this point, because it's just a lot for us to take on, especially with all these updates and newly challenges and stuff. So basically, I'm just saying, weapon of the month would be a lot more simple and less complicated than, weapon, because I personally don't like some of these weapons, but, change is good, but too much change can be pretty bad. So that's what I'm saying, weapon every month instead of every 2 weeks. Next off, we have, okay, this is going to be a little touchy subject for some of you guys, but we're going to be talking about first shot accuracy. Now, if you don't know what first shot accuracy means, it's basically when you stand still and you aim in, you kind of have this little crosshair that gets really small, and you can shoot them, and it pretty much just hits, and that's first shot accuracy. But in return, we had, bullet bloom and drop and stuff like that, and it makes you damage. Me personally, I don't like it, and I would want to switch back. And we have a big divide in the community about this, actually. If you guys don't know, if you go on Reddit, there's always constant people, bickering at each other. There's really only one way to solve when you have a divided community, and the way to do that is to give both of each other what they want. And you're probably thinking, how is that possible? So basically, my solution is, you guys might think this is kind of crazy, but I think it could work out. And so basically, what I'm saying is, it's a setting, and you can choose whether to have first shot accuracy. Now, obviously, you wouldn't be able to change it in game, because I feel like that'd be a little obnoxious. If someone's far away, you just turn it on real quick, something like that. But maybe something before each game, you can have it chosen if you want it or not, so that way people that like it use it, people who don't. And yeah, that's that. Obviously that might create some imbalances. I don't really know, because I don't really work for Epic, but So yeah, but that's my solution to way. You just give both of the sides what they want, and then problem solved. So we do need to talk about something like everyone will agree on, and this is like such a bad issue, and this is going to be server issues. Now I'm going to show you guys a picture, and I'm pretty sure this picture is up here at the bottom of the screen as at tons of times per day. And you know, it's just kind of crazy how bad, you know, the servers can be for, you know, obviously it's like a crazy game, thousands of people are playing it, and I can understand, but you know, again, back to the H1Z1, when those servers go down, do you think people are going to sit there and wait for Fortnite? They're not. They're going to leave. They're going to go to H1Z1. They're going to go play it. They're going to be like, oh, you know, Fortnite servers don't want to work, I'm just going to go on H1Z1, and then next thing you know, someone would rather just play H1Z1 in general than Fortnite, and you know, that's a lost customer. So they have to be constantly thinking about that. And you know, the more there's, obviously we know that we've had a long history of crappy servers with Fortnite. I don't know, they've been doing a little bit better with the queues. I don't know, it's just whack. You know, there's a lot of things that they need to fix. Excuse me. Okay, this is something, you know, that is a simple fix, and I don't think they realize it, but it's pretty interesting. So let me lay a fact on you guys. The blue bolt does 105 damage to the body, the purple does 110, and the yellow does 116. Now for snipers this is like nothing, because it's really no difference at all. Like, I just don't think that it's equal. I think that they should put a difference between, because it's going to be a hit marker no matter what. If you have a blue one and if you have a yellow one, it's almost the exact same thing. If you headshot with both of them, they're going to be over 200, so you can kill them anyways. You don't even need to worry about it. So basically what I'm just proposing is that maybe you have the blue stick at 105, and then the bolt like 125, and then the yellow 150, so you don't have to worry about if someone has. I do agree that you shouldn't be able to one-shot someone with full shield, excuse me, unless it's a headshot, because you know, that would kind of take the purpose away of like the satisfactory headshot. So just something simple right there that they could fix, you know, just make some sniper difference. Okay, next we're going to talk about something that is actually extremely important, and they really don't think about it when they put stuff in the game, and we're going to be talking about keeping the skill gap consistent. And what do I mean by skill gap? I'm talking about, there's the competitive players that win a lot, and then there's the leisurely players that, you know, they don't really do much skill wise and they play for fun, and there's nothing wrong with that. And you know, the game's supposed to be enjoyable for both. And what I mean by keeping this skill gap consistent is not catering towards one side. I don't know if you guys know this, but H1Z1 was super popular on PC because it was like just amazing, and they kind of died off a little bit because they catered towards, you know, the high-end players and like the players who play to win, and that kind of, you know, made the low-end players not want to play. And it's the same thing that they're doing now with Fortnite, except a little bit opposite in the aspect that you have the low-end players getting catered to and the high-end players getting frustrated. Now what do I mean by this? I mean, like, for example, we have, you know, porta forts. In my personal opinion, you know, that just completely destroys the skill gap, because you have someone who has no idea how to build and can still manage to gain height advantage on you. And you know, a lot of people are like, oh, you know, porta forts are rare, but you know, it's something that they keep doing, and they keep nerfing certain things. I'll get into that later, but you know, they keep nerfing certain things, talk about that, and it's just catering towards the younger players. So they just need to focus on keeping it like right in the middle. You don't want it to be too much here, you don't want it to be too much down here. You just want it to be right in the middle, where the high-end player can enjoy it and the low-end player can enjoy it without being, you know, a dominant player. So next, it's weapon consistency, including unnecessary changes. Now, what do I mean by unnecessary changes? Number one, the SCAR sound change. You know, any weapon change really, like sound change. You know, the colors, all that changing. You know, the way I see it is just like, why? Like, you got rid of the purple tack. You know, it's like, it's just pointless in my eyes. I feel like they're thinking too hard. You know, like, oh, you know, we already have this, and you know, this would look cooler if we made it this shade of blue. Like, they need to focus more on what's important. They need to focus on the glitches. They need to focus on stuff that is wrong with the game, rather than, you know, improving audio on guns. It really makes no difference. I could care less if the green was when the game first came out, and the storm was when the first came out. Like, stuff like that doesn't matter at all, and they just need to focus on that. And also with weapon consistency, damage outputs. Now we know that obviously shotguns are kind of whack. They kind of do what they want. There's a lot of people that complain either way. They want them to be buffed, they want them to be nerfed. The way I see it is, you can buff it or nerf it, just make it consistent so that we can choose whether we want to use it or not. Because, you know, we say, oh, the pump is, you know, really good, but then we hit someone for 9, and then we go, oh, the pump is really bad, and we get one-shotted by it. So, you know, just get some consistency, you know. Anyways, that is pretty much all I wanted to cover. Now, obviously, if they did all this, it probably won't be a perfect game. There's no such thing as a perfect game, and I'm sure you guys all know that. But, you know, this is all points that I just wanted to bring up. And if, in my personal opinion, this is really all I could think of. And honestly, if they do this, then yeah, it'd just be a great game. And, you know, H1Z1, it's coming up quick, guys. And it's there's going to be changes, and they know that they're going to have some competition on their sides. So, yep, that is all I have to say. And this is Schwarzenator. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. And peace out.